you know, that was back,
Mm-hmm.
that was back in the time when a lot of Native American people, you know, healing people, wisdom people, were doing things with white people too. So what Twyla would do on the weekends was she would invite anyone to come to her home on the reservation and do ceremonies, lodges, and just learn about Seneca ways. So I don't know, somehow she would have and it would be, sometimes it would be a women's weekend, sometimes it would be a men's weekend. And so I think maybe Mary heard about it first. I don't know, I think the women would go, the women started going first. The women, free school women would go for the women's weekends. But then us guys started going also.
A van full of a few guys and a bunch of kids. And one time we got there, I don't know if you remember, we got there really late, it was pouring rain.
Yeah.
And we started to put up our tents.
Oh, Jesus.
And these Native American guys said, hey, don't do that, come in here and sleep. And we're like, no, we're gonna be tough, we're gonna put up our tents in the rain. And they were like crazy white people. It was really funny.
No, we slept in the trailer, thank God.
Yeah.
We were drowning. Yikes. But she was a great teacher, Grandmother
Oh my
Twyla.
God, yeah.
Great teacher and amazing, wise woman. So it's, you know, we spent a lot of time there over time.
So we are connected to Seneca people because they have a nuclear waste site.
Yeah,
They call
on the
West
other,
Valley.
on the other reservation, yeah.
So I go in every year because Earth Day they does peace walk from nuclear waste site to the Lake Ontario.
Yeah.
So Eileen was a couple of times. I
Oh, wow.
many times. So I talked to Seneca people yesterday. There are 100 people with the corona to die.
Oh my gosh.
So they are very strict. So they say welcome Junsan walk, but we cannot give ride our car.
Yeah.
You have to organize your car,
Yeah.
your food, those things. But that she said,
Wow.
yeah, many native friends live in different styles. So. And I talked to Dennis Bank's wife, Kamuk.
Yeah.
Kamuk living with a Rapid City.
Oh.
And she is now manager, not manager. She's the owner of Subway.
Huh.
Subway sandwich
Yeah, yeah.
in Pine Ridge.
Okay.
So she said, South Dakota is so crazy. When we are going to the reservation, everybody mask, very strict social distance.
Yeah.
But South Dakota governor said, don't care.
I know.
Yeah.
So when back to the Rapid City, different world, not care. So she's very difficult how to move around. Own house, own town,
Yeah.
tiny Rapid City. And she got 2 family got corona. And very, very difficult time to how to take care
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
home. She was scared.
No, I know. Navajo Nation. Big problem there. Huge problem.
Yeah.
But not, you know, do you remember Rosalie from the free school?
Yeah.
So she left the free school and went to the Zuni Nation to be a teacher in the school, on the reservation school. And so she still lives there. And she said Zuni's okay because they just closed the town. They just said no. Nobody can come in during this time. So I think the Zunis haven't had a big problem. It's been okay. 100 is a lot of people in a small community.
And I have many wonderful connections with Japanese friends because free school is become very famous in Japan. That time is around 1980, 1985, many teachers and parents searching what's meaning education. So one of established one of book, Takarajima, is a very famous publisher. They made it book about if your kids not going to school, where to go. So this book is very become one of bestseller, and one of inside school is about free school. This Albany free school. So many
People just
Japanese
every
friends
day.
coming to the
They started coming to Albany Free School.
To intern, yeah.
Or to live, or whatever.
So
One-
they
one-
sending to here.
Uh-huh.
We didn't have any place for them to be, you know, it was hard. One woman, she had her 2 or 3 children, no husband. She had like 2 dogs, 2 birds,
Oh my
a
gosh.
whole car, and her whole life was in this car, and they were just coming to we want to be at the free school.
From Japan?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
She didn't tell us she was coming, and we didn't have any place for her to stay. And that's where people had been coming one after another for a while. Yeah, it was crazy. But you know, a Korean publisher has been publishing my books, and now they're at free schools all over Korea.
Ah.
I read
All over Korea. There's like 100 free schools all over the country.
Wow.
Yeah, because Korean country is more serious about education.
Yeah,
Very tight. Everybody have the number 1.
yeah.
Very
Competitive, yeah.
So it's a many children suicide. So it's education people searching what to do. So when I wrote the Korean peace book, I visited many free schools from your peoples.
Yeah, that's great.
But I met so many wonderful Japanese parents from your connection. You remember?
Yeah.
So many Japanese. In a living barn.
If you want real Japanese food, you have to go to the Peace Brigade. Really good stuff.
Japanese restaurant.
No, that time I have no food.
Wow.
So Utsumishan and me, we are going dumpster diving
Right?
in Troy area,
Yeah.
and local Grafton Catholic sister, they're thinking we are Tibetan refugee.
Oh, okay.
So they brought canned food by big truck one time.
Oh, wow.
All canned food bring to the
Wow.
Yes, but at that time I have no pot or no as a coffee cup.
Mm-hmm.
So we using all can.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, one time the kids came home from the free school and they were talking about dumpster diving. They were so excited about dumpster diving that we went, that night, we went dumpster diving and we went to outside of a Kmart, a Kmart or a Walmart, and in the
Probably
dumpster was, I mean, it was being thrown out. It was a complete ping pong table and set.
Oh, right.
Wow.
It was folded up, but it was, so then we took it home. We tried to put it in our kitchen, but our kitchen was too small. You know, the refrigerator was right up against your back. I mean, you couldn't do it. So the next day we brought it to the free school, and it kind of started like a ping pong event at the free school, right?
Ping pong explosion. Oh my God. The kids got so good at it. Remember Ben and Paul and
Yeah.
the little hot shots. Wow.
I'm gonna have one more.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah.
this is why I made it korokke. Korokke is one of favorite food Dennis Banks.
Ah.
When he go to Japan, korokke selling everywhere and very cheap
It's
and
delicious.
very complicated way to making. So everybody buy korokke in from the store
Yeah,
and not expensive like a rice bowl.
yeah.
So well, whatever Dennis go in Japan, he always order to me, Jun-san, korokke time.
Croquettes.
Give me some of them croquets.
So when after he moved to the prison after Onondaga, he decided to surrender. How to say? Because Dennis was hiding on Onondaga Nation, but he no want hiding whole life.
Right.
So he decided back to the prison.
Yeah.
They call surrender. How to say English?
Surrender.
So Dennis was Suhol prison, and I was fasting outside, and my friend Yuri-san he was writing story of Dennis' whole life.
Right.
So Dennis said, "Come over. This is good time to talk about my life." So somehow Dennis asked Yuri-san to bring korokke.
I never heard that story.
So, because why he ate korokke? Because we are fasting outside 1 week in December, and somehow everybody worry about our fasting because December crazy cold, and so Warden become friend of us, and Warden start talk to the Danish monks, and who is crazy Japanese now is outside drumming.
Freezing your ass off.
So Dennis talk about Fuji Guruji, talk about Gandhi, many things, good story. So they become friends. So Dennis asked Warden, I have a Japanese friend writing my life story. Is okay to interview? So Warden said, welcome. So Dennis asked my friend Yuri-san, bring korokke. they never check it.
Oh, wow.
And so he ate korokke inside prison.
He was in heaven for a day. Wow.
So this part, we made it korokke before,
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
I remember one time Dennis was visiting free school one time. Do you remember?
Yeah, because you were on a big walk, so we had a dinner. I think we had dinner for you guys. Yeah. Yeah. He was a beautiful man. Big, beautiful, gentle man.
But Dennis was 23 children, so meaning how many wives?
He was handsome too. Very handsome.
You too.
You could see, yeah. Dennis was handsome.
When I was young, I love Chris-san.
Secret admire.
I know. It's mutual.
Oh.
Yeah. We were young once. I remember.
So
I remember that.
yeah, they said, well, women not like me, always kick out. So somehow another wife show up. This is true because Dennis never working for money.
Yeah.
So when you're taking care of family, his wife is suffering.
Yeah.
So that is part of the reason.
Yeah.
And the amazing thing is this is kind of secret, so not video.
Okay.